The older generations tend to have very traditional ideas about how people should live, think, and behave. However, some people believe that these ideas are not helpful in preparing young generations for their modern life. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this view? It is true that many older people believe in traditional values that often seem incompatible with the needs of younger people. While I agree that some traditional ideas are outdated, I believe that the others are still useful and should not be forgotten. On the one hand, many of the ideas that elderly people have about life are becoming less relevant for young people. In the past, for example, people were advised to learn a profession and find a secure job for life. But today's workers expect much more variety and diversity from their careers. At the same time, the rules around relationships are being enrolled as young adults make their own choices about who and when to marry. But perhaps the greatest disparity between generations can be seen in their attitudes toward gender roles. The traditional roles of men and women, as breadwinners and housewives, are no longer accepted as necessary or appropriate by most young people. On the other hand, some traditional views and values are certainly applicable to the modern world. For example, older generation attach great importance to working hard, doing one's best, and taking pride in one's work. And these behaviors can surely benefit young people as they enter today's competitive job market. Other characteristics that are perhaps seen as traditional are politeness and good manners. In a globalized world, young adults can expect to come into contact with people from a huge variety of backgrounds, and it is more important than ever to treat others with respect. Finally, I believe that young people will lead happier lives if they had a more old-fashioned sense of community and neighborliness. In conclusion, although the views of older people may sometimes seem unhelpful in today's world, we should not dismiss all traditional ideas as irrelevant. Traditional values là truyền thống incompatible with, không tương thích với, a secure job, một công việc an toàn, make their own choices, tự chọn, gender role, vai trò giới tính, the traditional roles of, vai trò truyền thống, breadwinners, người trụ cột gia đình, traditional views and values, quan điểm và giá trị truyền thống, taking pride in, tự hào, and enter today's competitive job market, tham gia thị trường việc làm cạnh tranh hôm nay. People from a huge variety of backgrounds, những người từ nhiều nguồn gốc khác nhau.